Ever wake up and feel like you're living someone else's life? You have a job, a routine, maybe even what people call success, yet deep down, you know something is off. The days blur together, conversations feel thin, your goals sit untouched, like they're waiting for a version of you that never shows up. That's what autopilot feels like, not failure, just a quiet disconnection. Here's the uncomfortable truth: this isn't a personal flaw, and it isn't just modern life. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire, also wrote about inner emptiness. Seneca, surrounded by wealth, wrestled with anxiety and regret. Epictetus lived in chains, yet discovered a freedom most people never taste. Different lives, same realization. The real prison is not outside you. It's within the mind you don't question. They each arrived at the same hard conclusion. You don't rebuild your life by waiting for motivation or hoping circumstances change. You rebuild it deliberately. There is an order to real change. Mind, body, heart, in that order. When you feel numb or directionless, the mind comes first. When your energy is depleted and discipline wanes, the body becomes the doorway back. When life feels empty, even when things look fine, the heart is where honesty begins. These are the 3 brutal rules of Stoic philosophy. Cruel because they remove excuses, brutal because they demand responsibility, brutal because they force action instead of comfort. They are not easy, and that is exactly why they work when nothing else does. This is not content to be consumed and forgotten. This is a mirror. Pause, reflect. Write down what hits you and what makes you uncomfortable. That discomfort is the signal that something real is happening. Welcome to Stoic Philosophy Daily, where your story matters. Share your experience or your biggest emotional trigger in the comments. Every insight you offer is a spark for someone else. We read with care, respond with heart, and honor every journey. This is more than content. It's a circle of strength. If you're ready to stop drifting and start directing your life, engage with this moment. Comment now. I am the author of my own transformation. Let's begin. Rule 1. Fix the mind. Your mind is either your prison or your power. For most people, it begins as a warden, quietly locking them inside the same doubts, fears, and old stories. Failures replay, comparisons multiply. Before you even leave your bed, the mind is already at work, feeding on yesterday's regrets, breaking news, and endless distraction. It's no surprise you feel stuck. You were never given a real chance to think clearly. But the Stoics lived by a different truth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wasn't philosophy for display. He wrote it to survive leadership, exhaustion, and self-doubt. He understood something most people avoid. The mind is the only kingdom you will ever truly rule. If it can imprison you, it can also release you, but only if you take responsibility for it. Every morning, you make a quiet choice. You can feed your mind anger, gossip, complaints, and comparisons and watch it weaken, or you can feed it truth, discipline, and ideas that sharpen you. Seneca did not begin his days drowning in noise. He trained his mind the way a warrior trains muscle. Imagine replacing just the first 30 minutes of chaos with something that builds you. Philosophy, biography, stories of resilience, not forever, just 7 days. Would your self-talk soften or strengthen? Would your decisions feel clearer? How much of what you call limitation is really habit, not reality? This is where awareness begins. Each morning, write down 3 beliefs that expand you and 3 that quietly shrink you. At night, review the day. When did your mind support you? When did it sabotage you? This simple practice exposes the invisible patterns that run your life on autopilot. You begin to see that most limits are not facts. They are inherited stories, repeated so often they feel true. Are you willing to question beliefs you never consciously chose? Epictetus put it plainly. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So don't just write goals, write identity. Start each day with "I am becoming," and finish the sentence with intention. Not someday, not when conditions improve. Now, the mind follows identity. When identity changes, behavior eventually has no choice but to follow. Some of the strongest prison bars are invisible to the eye. I'm not good enough. It's too late. That's just who I am. Take one of those beliefs tonight and turn it on its head. Practice that shift for a week. Watch how challenges feel different. Not easier, but less controlling. You may realize the door was never locked. You just never tried turning the handle. Seneca warned, "Nothing is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than the ability to stop and spend time in your own company." So give yourself 5 minutes a day. No phone, no noise. Sit with your thoughts. If it feels uncomfortable, you're exactly where change begins. Each time you do this, another bar loosens. You stop being ruled by impulse and start leading from clarity. As the mind becomes trained, the results ripple outward. You respond instead of react. Old triggers lose their grip. Options appear where dead ends once stood. You won't become perfect, but you will become deliberate, and that changes everything. Look at your last 7 mornings. What did you feed your mind? What belief are you ready to rewrite? Drop your new identity below. At Stoic Daily, we believe you are not a prisoner of your mind. You become the ruler through daily practice. Share below. My mind is my kingdom, and I am the ruler. Rule 2. Fix the body. Your body isn't just the vehicle you move through life in. It's the engine room, the foundation, the quiet force that decides how much of your potential ever becomes real. Your mind can make ambitious plans, but when the body is neglected, it sabotages you in small daily ways. You set the alarm but hit snooze. You plan to eat clean, but cravings take over. You want to feel alive, yet you carry a tired, heavy body into each morning. Ever notice how often big dreams die before they even start? The Stoics did. They knew the body was not a background character. It is the stage where discipline is either proven or exposed. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Sometimes what needs to end first is the quiet abuse of your own body. Marcus Aurelius, even as emperor, trained himself physically like a soldier, not because he loved suffering, but because he understood something simple and brutal. When the body is weak, the mind is more susceptible to stress. He reminded himself, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being.' Your body is your first responsibility. Focus, mood, discipline, confidence. All of it rises or collapses depending on how seriously you take this duty. Ignore the body and the mind pays the price later. Ask yourself honestly, do you treat your body like an ally or like an enemy? Most people use it like a garbage disposal, running on fumes, then wonder why they feel flat and unmotivated. Nothing you eat or drink is neutral. Every choice either builds energy or drains it. That donut or soda isn't just about weight. It's about focus, emotional stability, and resilience in the face of stress. The Stoics called this preferred indifference. Food and pleasure are not good or bad on their own. Intention is what gives them meaning. The next time you reach for food, pause and ask, does this move me closer to the person I want to become or keep me where I am? Imagine the shift if, for just 14 days, every meal became a conscious decision instead of an unconscious habit. This discipline is not punishment, it is respect. Each act of conscious eating strengthens the same muscle you rely on for every challenge in life. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. That includes hours lost to poor sleep, exhaustion, and relying on caffeine or sugar to chase energy instead of rest? What if sleep became non-negotiable for 1 week, 7 to 8 hours? No excuses. What would change in your mood, clarity, and patience? And then there is movement. Your body was built to move, yet most lives are spent frozen, at desks, in cars, on couches. Then people wonder why their lives feel stagnant. Epictetus, despite his own physical limitations, taught, "No great thing is created suddenly. Change does not come from one workout. It comes from choosing movement again and again. Walk if you can't train. Take the stairs. Move for 20 minutes a day, every day. Motion restores momentum. Now ask the harder question. Are you addicted to comfort?" The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, not to suffer, but to demonstrate self-control. Cold showers, skipping the treat, and choosing the harder option on purpose. Each time you do this, you send yourself a clear message. I am in control, not my cravings. That trust in yourself becomes the foundation for every larger promise you will ever keep. Here is your challenge. Every day, choose one thing your body resists, but your future self will thank you for. An extra glass of water, a walk around the block, a few squats before bed. Small actions compound. Each one is a vote for strength over weakness. At Stoic Daily, we believe the body is both your temple and your training ground. Treat it with respect, and it will unlock the full potential of your abilities. Share below. My body is my temple, and I am its devoted guardian. Rule 3. Fix the heart. Maybe the deepest pain you're carrying didn't come from a single breakup or betrayal. It came slowly, over years, as your heart learned to go numb. You built walls to protect yourself, layer by layer, until one day, you realized you were safe, but disconnected. You stopped feeling deeply. You stopped caring fully, and there is a quiet price for keeping the world out. Eventually, you lock yourself in as well. Marcus Aurelius, betrayed even by his own son and surrounded by opportunists, wrote, "Be like the rocky headland on which the waves constantly break. It stands firm, and round it the seething waters are laid to rest." A strong heart is not one that never feels pain. It remains open without collapsing. The Stoics understood that fixing the heart is not about chasing comfort. It is about having the courage to feel everything: pain, joy, disappointment, hope, without shutting down or becoming bitter. This is the most brutal rule. In a world that rewards emotional armor and shames vulnerability, choosing honesty, even with yourself, requires real courage. The longer you perform, the further you drift from who you actually are. In his later years, Seneca stopped trying to impress the world. He wrote openly about fear, regret, and desire. He reminded us, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. To heal your heart, something must come to an end first. The mask, the performance, the version of you that pretends not to care. Try this. Sit alone and ask yourself, without distraction or judgment, if I knew I could not fail, what would I devote my life to? What am I pretending doesn't matter even though it does? Who am I when no one is watching and no role needs to be played? Write the answers down. If they unsettle you, you're touching something real. If they don't scare you at all, your heart's truth is still being filtered. But naming pain is not enough. It has to be released. Most people carry old guilt, anger, and disappointment like stones in a backpack they never take off. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your heart keeps reacting to old wounds as if they are still happening. That is what quietly poisons love, trust, and forward movement. For the next 30 days, each evening, write down one thing you need to forgive. Someone else, yourself, or even life for not unfolding the way you hoped. Feel it fully. Don't rush it. then let it go. Not because others deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace and room to breathe again. Finally, purpose. A heart without purpose is like a compass without north. It spins endlessly and goes nowhere. The Stoics called this sympathia, the understanding that we are connected, and that meaning is activated through contribution. Pay attention to the moments you feel most alive. Ask yourself, how can I use this energy to serve something beyond myself? Purpose is not found by waiting. It is built through action. The more you give, the more your heart expands. Seneca taught, the willing destiny guides them, the unwilling destiny drags them. When you open your heart deliberately, life stops dragging you forward and begins to respond to you instead. So here is your challenge. Stop numbing. Tell yourself the truth. Release what is suffocating you and choose meaning through service, love, and the courage to care again. When you fix your heart, you don't just survive, you finally live. At Stoic Daily, we believe a strong heart is not a closed one, but one that stays open to joy, pain, and purpose. Share below. What is the one truth your heart has been waiting for you to admit? This is where you begin again. Take a moment to reflect on this journey. You didn't just learn 3 rules. You rewrote the direction of your own story. You fixed your mind by realizing your thoughts are choices, not facts, and by permitting yourself to choose strength over habit. You fixed the body by no longer treating it like an enemy, but as a foundation, fueling it, moving it, and proving through action that discipline is the root of real change. You fixed the heart by discovering that feeling deeply is not weakness but courage, and that purpose and connection are what make life worth living. Here is the truth that ties it all together. Mind, body, and heart are not 3 separate boxes to check. They are a living cycle. When the mind is trained, the body responds with energy. When the body is strong, the heart has the capacity to open. When the heart is alive with purpose, the mind finally has a reason to keep growing. This is not about perfection. Even the greatest Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, struggled and fell short of their ideals. What made them different was not flawlessness, but commitment. They showed up again and again, loyal to the process, not obsessed with the destination. Now the responsibility shifts to you. Your best self is not a distant version waiting someday. It is built from the choices you make today. Show up for yourself, especially when it feels uncomfortable. Trust this process when progress feels slow. You are not here to drift or settle. You are here to rebuild a life that actually feels like your own. If something in this message stirred you, don't let it pass unnoticed. Reflect, then act. Share below. Which rule, mind, body, or heart, are you committing to master first? That decision is where transformation begins. At Stoic Philosophy Daily, you are not walking this path alone. We read every comment, honor every story, and move forward together, one honest step at a time. Your journey doesn't end here. Growth is not a single moment of insight. It is the path you choose each day you show up. Stay with us. Watch the next video, reflect, and keep building the person you know you are capable of becoming.
If you're seeking more, discover the full path on my channel, Stoic Philosophy Daily.